Hi everyone, and welcome to our first episode that I'm going to call it Small Talk in Lucia's Kitchen. Today I have the honor to interview Roxana Sandu. She was my consultant when I started my holistic journey. She still is my consultant, of course, because we carry on needing support during this fabulous journey that is a learning curve for everyone. So a little bit of a few words about myself. So I'm starting to be really nervous, not just because it's our first talk and it's like good nerves, but I do like to share the fact that I'm also excited to be nervous for this event today. I started to research about natural solutions and holistic medicine and holistic lifestyle a few years ago. In 2019, I was diagnosed with a type of rare eye cancer. So of course that was a very strong impulse to change my life and to start to work with myself. I'm not going to talk too much about this, but I wanted to share the reason why I have made all these lifestyle changes, and this journey has taken me towards so many open doors. I'm going to introduce Roxana. Roxana, she's a young mama. She's 23 years old and a very successful, energetic person. I have a great admiration for her. I'm always wondering how she's managing her time. Obviously, she has a 2-year-old toddler. I want to say 20, a 2-year-old toddler at home, very energetic as well. And she has a 100% holistic approach to her family's health and to her everything. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to ask a few questions and hopefully we can get a glimpse into her, a little bit about her lifestyle, a little bit about her endeavors. She's also having a daytime job. She's also building an organization, trying to change lives. Sorry, yes, like my phone keeps buzzing here, so I have to switch off. Yeah, so I'm going to start with the first question, if that's okay, Roxana.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So of course, I'm going to ask you what is the reason why you decided to change your lifestyle and you're using this approach with yourself and your family as well.
So, let me thank you at first for your invitation. And let me tell you something, get rid of that British accent because I'm not understanding It's of course,
I am trying to achieve it. I don't want to get it.
I'm so thankful to be here. I'm honored as well because I'm the first guest and this is amazing for me. You know, I invited you 100 times to be my guest on my podcast, but somehow we didn't make it. I don't know why. And let me go to your question. It was how and why did I decided to be here? Why did I decided to do doTERRA as my job? You know the story, but the people that are watching us maybe don't. If they don't follow us, they don't know that I had some skin problems. Let me tell it like this. I had some skin problems, not always. They started when I was 19, 20, and I didn't know why. So I did a lot of research. I went to my doctor, of course, to many doctors, of course, but they just got worse because I didn't really knew the reason. I just took the medicines. I just listened to whatever they told me. I did everything right, but the problems just got worse. That was the moment or maybe let me tell it like this, somebody introduced me to doTERRA. It was a friend of my husband. She was using them for like 4 years or something like that. And I didn't believe her, of course. I was telling her all the time, do you really think that everything that the medicine or the doctors couldn't do for me, do you really think your essential oils will do for me? And of course, I was scared of trying them. Can I say it like that? I was scared because, you know, when you already got those problems, and I forgot to take the pictures. But we'll show them later. We can do this. I was scared that they were going to be worse. So she gave my husband 3 essential oils. It was wild orange, lemon, and I don't know the third one, but it's not that important. The thing is, 6 months later, so I had the essential oils at home for 6 months and I didn't use them because I was scared. This is the only reason I was scared to use them, because I didn't have this holistic education. 6 months later, I woke up in the morning and my face was a mess. I started crying. I didn't recognize myself. I didn't know this is Roxana. It wasn't Roxana. It was, I only saw the bad parts of me. And that was the moment I said to myself, you have to change something. But I didn't want it to change only the medicine stuff that I took. I wanted to change everything. That's when I started using the oils. I started using wild orange, but I had no hope. I didn't really thought that was going to help me. I used wild orange for a week. I made myself, how do you call it, a scrub with sugar, wild orange, and water. I used it for a week. And after a week, you know the pictures. I was shocked, but I really didn't saw it on myself. It was my husband that told me, hey, did you saw that you don't have those things on your face anymore? And somehow at that point, I didn't want it to tell everybody that it was because of the essential oils. I thought it was the medicine with the, I don't know, with the laser effect. Do you know what I mean? And I just started.
I think, sorry to butt in, but I think skin troubles are a big deal for us women, especially. I mean, I know men these days are looking after their skin really well, but for women, I think it's kind of it's almost traumatic if you are always aware of something that's happening to your skin. And if you look in the mirror every day, probably you don't want to see it there.
And that's the reason I said to myself, okay, you have to learn more about the essential oils and you have to understand why they work on you and why they worked on your problems. And that was the moment I started to do my research. I got pregnant 1 or 2 months later. And
how old were you when you started? Sorry to ask you again. How old were you when you?
I was 20. I was 20 years old. I got pregnant a few months later, as I told you, and that was my luck, if I can say it like this. I stayed at home. I didn't have to go to work, and so I had time to do my research, to learn more about the essential oils, about holistic life. And then another 6 months later, I decided to become a member of doTERRA, and here I am.
You're not only a member now, you're much more than that, but we're going to cover that a bit later.
Mm-hmm.
So you were talking about your pregnancy. Of course, I'm going to ask you about your pregnancy journey, because that's one subject I'm really passionate about. And I know there's a lot of ladies that would like to hear about your holistic pregnancy. And if you can tell us how did you support your health during pregnancy, and if there's any secrets that you can share?
Yes, there are a few secrets, but secrets are supposed to stay secrets.
Okay, just share with us two secrets from your pregnancy.
Let me start like this. In my opinion, every woman should know herself better. That's why I never tell my team what I am taking every day, what I am doing exactly every day. Because after that, they can come to me and say, hey, I did the same thing and it didn't work for me. Because at first people have to understand that we are all different and you have to find your own ritual. Can I say it like that? Yes, you have to find your own things that work for you. And now, two secrets. The first almost 4 months of my pregnancy weren't that amazing because I was I was very young and I was very scared. First, I was scared because of what others could say about me being pregnant since I'm only 20 years old. And second, I was scared of what was going to come into my life. I already was aware of holistic life and essential oils. I was already using them, but to know that life will come into my life was a scary thought, even though I wanted this kid so badly. It wasn't a mistake, it was something planned, if I can say it like that. It was planned, we wanted this kid, but we were scared because I was young, I was very young. And as we are all being told, young women can't be great moms because they still are a child themselves. I was scared, so I started feeling bad inside and out. The first 3 months I felt so bad. I felt so bad because my emotions weren't positive. I was always thinking, what will happen when he will be here? What am I going to do? How am I going to take care of him or her? Because we didn't know what it's going to be. So all my thoughts came into me feeling sick. So I took my family kit essential oils. They were the only oils that I had for like 4 or 5 months. Those 10 oils, and started to take lemon every morning in a glass of water. I took 2 or 3 drops of lemon, and I used to dance when I was a kid for like 8 years. After I stopped doing that, I started to have really bad articulations. Can I say it like that? I had bad back problems and my feet.
Your joints were bothering you. Exactly. Probably as most people that they were doing that type of sport, if you want to call it like that, because obviously it's most an activity like a sport. They get joint pressure.
Exactly. When I got pregnant, it got worse, of course. So there comes my, let me see if I have it. Yes. My superhero, my deep blue superhero. It saved me through all my pregnancy and after that, because I'm still using it. But this is something you really need to have in your life if you're pregnant. And I think you agree with me because you were pregnant.
Yes. But now today I want to talk about you because I don't have this chance very often. So I'm going to want all your secrets before I start talking about myself.
The other ones you should find out for yourself. and you are doing this, but I'm telling this to your viewers, you should find out for yourself what's better for you.
Yeah.
Because it works for us, it doesn't mean it really has to work for you.
Yeah, and this is like discovering your best version, right? You hear this expression so often, like, be your best version or find the best version of yourself. But how do you do that? So I think that's a good advice that you gave everyone. Okay, so all this journey after pregnancy and all your research has led you to become a wellness coach, and you're also holistic advisor, and I don't know if that's okay to say, but you have just reached silver rank in doTERRA, which actually is not what is relevant for our topic today. Is I would like to know, how many people do you help every day, and what's your impact on their life, on their lifestyle, and how do you manage the time? Because obviously you would have your challenges daily.
I can start with telling you that I have 173 people in my team right now, and you are one of them. And I'm so thankful for every single person that has came into my life in this almost 3 years, because I'm doing this for almost 3 years now. Every single person that came into my life through doTERRA taught me a lesson. And how do I manage to be a coach, a leader? I don't really. I don't really do that. It's just, if you really like what you are doing, and you know how much I love what I'm doing, the things just come to you. You just have to, I don't know, you have to visualize yourself as you want to be in your future. You have to see yourself every day as you would already be there, as you already are there, and the things are coming to you. And the fact that almost 200 people decided to choose me as their, I don't know, as their upline, it's the best reason for me to do what I'm doing every single day. And every day when I go to sleep or when I wake up in the morning, I'm getting emotional. I think to myself, you are 23 and almost 200 people decided that you can help them. Tell me, what a better reason could I have in the world?
There's no better reason than that.
That's what I mean.
That's beautiful.
Oh, I'm getting emotional.
I'm getting goosebumps as well just listening to that. It's just amazing, all the work. And by the way, for the audience, there's a lot of work behind the scene. But obviously so gratifying when you like what you're doing. And I can say that from my own perspective as well, because I just love it. And you feel that it's this work, it's just part of you. It just comes out without trying too much, although you have to still do a lot of work every day. Okay, how do you keep people motivated?
I'm asking myself every day, how do I keep myself motivated every day? And as I already told you, the first reason is, hey, wake up. You have 200 people that choose you. So you have to do something. I can't just say, I'm going to stop and I don't want to stop. Because as I told you, I like so much what I'm doing. I'm so in love with what we all are doing. And I think to myself, every single time when I talk to somebody of my team, what would you like to hear today? Just tell that person what you would like to hear today. It's not always something positive or something like, hey, you're doing a great job, but it's always something that I know is going to help that person somehow. I don't know. And when I don't know, maybe I see something I don't really like, but then I'm asking the person, or I'm asking for some, I don't know, explanations for them to tell me why they are doing that. Because I'm trying to understand at first why they are doing the things that I'm doing. And then I'm trying to help if I can. And I think my own energy and my positivism, because I'm a very positive person, I think this is what keeps the people going and what keeps me going.
Beautiful.
I don't know, you can tell me what keeps you motivated. What am I doing that keeps you motivated?
Well, with me, it's kind of every day is a different thing. So it will be too much to start. But like today, your lipstick is motivating me because I like your lipstick.
Thank you.
Okay. Most of us, we are looking for, because we were talking about motivation and you were asking me about what keeps me motivated. I like quotes. I have like a weekly quote that keeps me going somehow. I go and search for it, and whatever my eyes like, I'm going to extract it, put on a paper, and keep reading it during that week. What is your favorite quote? I hope you've got one to share with us today, so we can remember it for future.
My favorite call is on. What did you ask me?
A quote.
My favorite quote. Oh. Let me tell people something. We're not going to lie. You already gave me the questions. I wrote the questions, but I didn't find an answer for this question. But I think.
Okay. Why do you think you didn't find an answer to the question?
Because I have so many quotes that I find. I think the best one of them is own quote. Can I say it like that? It's something that I'm telling to myself every single day. There is no limit. There are no limits except the ones that we try to take in our lives. Because I think we're talking too much about my age, but remember that I was 20 when I started doing this, and I was 21 when my son came into my life, and it didn't stop me to do the things that I like. I'm still dancing. I'm still I have a podcast, YouTube channel too, and all these things that I'm doing in my life are showing me that there are no limits. I work too. I have a normal job as everybody else. I have 200 people in my team, and I think the quote of my life is, life has no limits. Just do whatever you like.
I was actually trying to relate. So your story in 2 seconds, it took me to the, sky is no longer the limit. That's probably your quote. This is the vibe that you give me. So, okay, you were already covering a little bit of how you balance life as a mom and also with your business. So I think we don't really have to get into that too deep because you already covered that. So, I'm going to ask you about spring in doTERRA, which is going to be very, very soon. And spring in doTERRA is something really special. And I'm going to let you talk about it if you like to share with us, because that's going to be really exciting for our audience as well, that they don't know much about doTERRA, but also about people that they are keen to start changing their lives and start experiencing essential oils from doTERRA.
Already talked much about what we are going to, what we want to bring into people's lives. And we don't only want to bring these essential oils into their lives. We want to bring, at first, the holistic education into their lives, and after that, the oils. Why? Because you can imagine becoming a member of doTERRA, and you buy your first oils, and you are home and watching your essential oils, and you don't have an idea of what you can do with them, of how they work. That's why it is very, very important for you to first know what essential oils are, how they work, how they can help you physical, emotional, and not only. That's why we have 3 months of Diamond Club. This is a program where we where we start doing education in the first place. We are still there. We are still, I don't know, selling essential oils, even though we're not selling them. We are still there, but in the first place, we are going to educate people to change their lives. We are going to help people understand what we are exactly doing. And this is a program where we travel all around the world. Right now, not really because of the pandemic, but normally we're traveling all around the world. We're talking about what we are doing, and that is the place where we say all our secrets. So if you want to know my secrets, I didn't want to tell you 10 minutes ago, then come to an event of mine. Let me introduce you to our amazing world. In Romanian, of course, because I'm not going to bring this Svetlana accent to you. Or why not? Maybe we're going to do a webinar in English about the essential oils together. That's a great idea.
Yeah, you have a great accent. You're very neutral, so don't probably the people will not understand all the jokes. But yeah, it was really, really nice to have this chat with you, and I'm looking forward for what's coming spring, because I am a fan of education. You know that I'm very, I would call it not like I'm a little mouse in the library, but almost close to that. And I know how much benefit people take from that education. And yeah, I think that will be everything for today. I'm so grateful for you accepting the challenge and for joining me. I don't know if you want to tell us something else about, I don't know, an advice for our listeners, or would you like to say something, or should we just?
I just want to thank you for the invitation and invite your people to follow you, because you are one of the greatest lessons of my life. And I learned so much from you. And I think people should really follow your journey, because it's amazing. And that's everything. I just want to thank you and invite them to follow you, because you're amazing.
I was having double thoughts about it, because I thought she's gonna make me cry now at the end of the podcast.
I'm going to cry.
Okay, thank you so much for your kind words, and yeah, I think we're gonna say goodbye to everyone, and looking forward for our next episodes. And I'm already having a list of guests that hopefully they're gonna accept the challenge. But until then, bye for now.